Alien Megastructure Revisited. You probably remember a few months ago there was a supposed Dyson sphere that was reported out in the depths of the universe. Well, now there's more information, and it just keeps getting stranger. You'll probably remember too. We did a video on this not too long ago, just when it came out. When this information came out. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. And of course, leave a comment. I'd love to know what you think. Okay, so this comes from Yahoo News. The headline is that bizarre looking star just got a lot weirder, and yes, it could be aliens. 3 months ago, news broke that a giant alien megastructure could exist around a bizarre looking star 1,500 light years away. While the prospect of aliens was first launched by Penn State astronomer Jason Wright, almost everyone in the astronomy community agreed that the chances that this was the case were very low. Now, the latest investigations into this strange star by Louisiana State University astronomer Bradley Schaefer have reignited the alien theory, new scientists reported. What makes this star called, and get ready for it, here's one of those amazing names that scientists put on discoveries and stars and things, KIC 8462852. Rolls right off the tongue. What makes it so bizarre is the drastic changes in light we see from it over time. Many stars experience temporary fluctuation in brightness, increasing and decreasing in luminosity over time, but KIC 8462852's changes are severe by comparison. Between 2009 and 2013, astronomers using the Kepler Space Telescope discovered that it would sometimes lose up to 20% of its brightness. What's more, the changes didn't follow any obvious pattern. That would suggest something gigantic must be blocking the light at random times, meaning it couldn't be a planet or other regular orbiting object because that would generate a distinct pattern of dimming light. It must be something that changes shape over time, thereby blocking different levels of light at random intervals. And surprise, it's probably not comets. An alien megastructure called a Dyson swarm was suggested as one explanation for what scientists have observed, but the most likely reason astronomers came up with was comets, a giant family of them, but Schaefer says not so fast. The comet family idea was reasonably put forth as the best of the proposals, even while acknowledging that they all were a poor lot, Schaefer told New Scientist. But now we have a refutation of the idea, and indeed of all published ideas. To make his discovery, Schaefer had to dig deep down into the astronomy archives at Harvard. It turns out astronomers have data on KIC 8462852 dating back as far as 1890. By analyzing over 1,200 measurements of this star's brightness taken from 1890 through 1989, Schaefer found that the irregular dimming of KIC 8462852 has been going on for over 100 years. Schaefer published his findings in the online preprint server arxiv.org. What's more, he explains in his paper that this century-long dimming trend requires an estimated 648,000 giant comets, each with 200-kilometer diameter, all orchestrated to pass in front of the star within the last century, which, he said, is completely implausible. So what is it? By killing the comet theory, Schaefer has brought us one step closer to finding out what is really happening around KIC 8462852. An artist there's a picture here that says an artist's concept of gas, giants, planets, and a dusty solar storm, similar to how HD 95068 could look. So if you want to check out that picture and really this whole article, you can do so by going to the description below, and there will be a link. All right, so continuing on, at the same time, he's also reignited the possibility that the source could be an alien megastructure that an advanced alien civilization has been slowly building over time. One thing's certain for Schaefer: the bizarre dimmings are probably caused by a single physical mechanism that's undergoing some type of ongoing change. The century-long dimming and the day-long dips are both just extreme ends of the spectrum of timescales for unique dimming events. So by Occam's razor, all this is produced by one physical mechanism, Schaefer stated in his paper. This one mechanism does not appear as an isolated catastrophic event in the last century, but rather must be some ongoing process with continuous effects. Schaefer isn't the only one interested in learning more about KIC 8462852. Later last year, astronomer Doug Vakoch and his team at the new organization called SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence International, not to be confused with the SETI Institute, went hunting for aliens around KIC 8462852. They searched for signals that an alien civilization might be beaming toward Earth, either in radio or visible wavelengths, but ultimately they came up empty-handed. So if it is aliens, then they're being awfully quiet. All right, interesting story. And as I stated before, you probably, if you're a regular subscriber, you regularly watch these videos, you'll probably remember a couple months ago we put a video out. And if you haven't seen it and want to check it out, you can just type in Josh Peck Alien Megastructure or something, and it should come up. Or just subscribe to my channel and search through the daily videos. They're all in a single playlist, so it should be relatively easy to find, and you'll find it on there. So, what is this thing? What do you guys think? Is it some sort of manufactured thing, or is it a natural occurrence? I don't know one way or another. I'm not really one that tends to subscribe to the extraterrestrial hypothesis. I'm more in the extra dimensional camp, but that does not negate these entities' ability to build things if they want. And some might point to the supposed structures on Mars, and Dave Flynn has done an extensive, fascinating research into that. If you're interested in that, check the description below. I put a link to his whole collection that you can check out on Amazon, the Dave Flynn collection. And he talked a lot about the structures on Mars and all the weird anomalous things that go on there. So I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility to think that these entities, these what I would say extra-dimensional entities, could build something like this if they want. But what would be the purpose? Why so far out? Because I do believe that these things are heavily involved in what goes on here on Earth. So what do you guys think? Is that just totally way out in left field? Is it maybe it is just a cluster of comets, even though it seems really, really unlikely that it's that. But maybe it is just this Dyson swarm thing. Maybe it's clouds of dust. That was something else that was talked about the first time that the story broke, that it might just be a big dust cloud. And it's kind of funny because it seems like whenever something strange happens and it has like the most likely scenario is this really mundane thing, they always go with like the most extreme thing for the headline, because that happened the first time this broke. Alien megastructure, and but then at the bottom of the article it was like, well, most physicists or most astrophysicists believe it's probably just the dust cloud. Most astronomers believe that. Same thing happened with I forget his name, but when the physicist believed that he had detected signs of a parallel universe possibly crashing into ours and creating these anomalous areas out in the universe, and it went through all the theory of multiple universes and many worlds and all that, and then at the bottom it was like, but most likely, most astronomers believe that it's probably just a dust cloud, and that's the most likely candidate. So it's kind of funny how how that works. It always seems to be dust. But like I said, I'm interested to know what you think about all this. It's definitely up for speculation, so let's run wild with it. It's fun to think about these things. Now that doesn't mean that we go out and say that it's all true. I mean, it's fun to talk about. But so I'm interested to know what you think. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, share this video, comment, rate, share with your friends and family. Let's see what everybody thinks. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care and God bless.